Welcome to Trucker Television, the best of the trucking world and keeping dry and safe with New Line fenders.
New Line is a fascinating company. It started about 30 years ago, privately run company by a couple of Dutch brothers, and sold to Marmon approximately 10 years ago. And since that time, the company has grown. We've moved into a new facility. We've really made some great innovations and great progress in terms of using the Marmon philosophy of 80-20 to improve the operations. The 80-20 philosophy looks at the 20% of customers who represent 80% of the revenue and 20% of products that represent 80% of the revenue, and you concentrate on those customers and those products and maximize what you can do for the customers. We manufacture spray suppression products, from fenders to mud flap hangers, but our greatest forte is really in supplying fenders to the aftermarket, to the OEM dealers, and also to some bodybuilders and grain haulers throughout Canada. Well, typically at this time of year, you've got a lot of slush on the road, and for the normal guy who drives their car around, you can see that there's slush buildup and it almost rubs on your tire and you have to kick off that hard piece of snow and crud buildup. Well, the same thing happens to a truck. You know, they're driving much farther than a car. It builds up on the bottom of the trailer, it builds up in the fifth wheel area, it builds up on the back of the cab if you don't have the proper suppression. By having fenders on, you're going to reduce that buildup and you're going to reduce the amount of weight that's accumulated. When a truck goes into a scale and it has to be weighed and they don't pass a weight limit because they've got all this crud buildup on it. Having the fenders on would have been a good cost preventative measure instead of going somewhere else and trying to get it sprayed off and then try and pass the scales. Everybody's experienced this where they're trying to pass a truck and they see a big mist cloud and they go, well, should I go through it? Should I not? Should I? So then you go, okay, I'm gonna go through it. And for a split second, you can't see anything and you go, I hope I make it. And you get through on the other side, you go, oh, made it. So what our fenders do is suppress that spray. The European Union and Australia, they have spray suppression legislation exactly for that reason. At some point in time, maybe it'll come to Canada, but in the meantime, people can use our fenders to help suppress spray.
The idea of the fenders is to contain it and leave it back on the road, not all in the air, not airborne, and not all over the truck itself. We have multiple lines of fenders. We have poly fenders, which are the lightest weight, which are ideal for fleets, stainless steel fenders, aluminum fenders, and galvanized. We have the different shapes. We have the quarter fender, which is the bare minimum that comes on most trucks. We have the added protection of a half fender, the tandem fender, which gives further protection, and we have the single axle fenders, which are further give protection for the vehicle. We also carry things like mud flap hangers and light bars, functional accessories for the truck.
It looks nice, it's attractive, it adds some bling to the truck. There is an aerodynamic advantage. The National Research Council of Canada determined that having a half tandem fender on would save almost 300 liters of fuel a year for an owner or operator. So it's significant savings in that regard. You know, the main reason you want to have fenders on is to protect your truck and also protect your surroundings. Part of what makes New Line so successful is that we've got excellent employees here in the plant, manufacturing the product. We've got a good customer service base, office staff, the management team here, and all the way up through to our corporate organization in Marmon in terms of support, top down from management. And then you take a look at our suppliers. We have excellent supplier base. We partner with them. And you get to our customers. We have fantastic customers that we work with every day who help make this industry great to be working in.